Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope you are enjoying your life and what's coming up for you as much as possible. So I wanted to come on and talk about what isn't really talked about when it comes to healing the chakras. I'm going to be doing a full series, and we're going to be starting with the root chakra today. And so in this short video, I'm going to be discussing with you what isn't talked about a lot when healing the root chakra. So essentially, you've probably, whether you've done your research or you've watched other videos, but there is, a lot of different tools that you can use to activate your chakra centers. So, we have the crystals that can stimulate and work with our chakras. Okay, beautiful, perfect. We also have mantras, and actual things that you can do. So when it comes to the root chakra, it's talked about that, go out in nature, ground, and put your feet on the ground and really connect with nature, and exercising, eating good foods. These are some of the things that are talked about when working with the root chakra. And if you are just starting on this spiritual journey, that is a great place to start. But if you've been further along on this journey and perhaps you're not really seeing huge, miraculous changes in your life yet by doing this chakra work has extremely changed my life and the lives of my clients. But what is required is you have to get down and dirty into the chakras. So yes, the crystals can help you, but they're not going to completely heal your chakras. And same thing with the mantras and going out in nature. What these do is stimulate that center. But you have to this is where meditation and working with a healer or a coach comes into play. Having someone that can help you work through this, or, if you're really good at self-reflection and you have a meditation practice, and you're disciplined with that, and you're journaling so that you can reflect. But what these tools do, like the crystals and going out in nature, is of course there's many benefits, but really it gets that center moving and activating. It gets that center has more energy in moving in it. And so when there's more energy moving in that center, because you are consciously placing intention on that center, and right now we're talking about the root chakra, well, the root chakra has to do with fears and finding security in this world, finances. So this is the work, and this is the work that many snub their noses to and don't want to do this work, simply because they don't know how. And a lot of people don't want to do it alone because fear is scary to dive into. I remember when I was going through massage school, and I was giving my dad a massage once, and he was like, I didn't really like it because I don't want to know, I don't feel the pain. And then when you press on a certain spot, then I feel the pain and I don't want to feel that. So, he's cute, but it's just that, the pain's there, and we just get comfortable where we're at in our lives. So we don't think that, what kind of change do I really need to make? And usually, most people, over 80% of people, wait until something drastic, such as a health condition or someone passing away or they lose something, to really look at their life and wake up oh my God, I need to make these changes. The universe loves you so much that the universe is going to give you exactly what you are putting out. Your subconscious is literally putting off frequencies and attracting experiences to you. So the true work, I'm not going to say that, the crystal healing and going out in nature isn't true work, but the deeper work, the conscious work, is working with your belief systems, going through your traumas. And as far as the root chakra goes, you can reflect right now, what are the beliefs that my parents, my mom and my dad, had about money? I'm sure you could come up with 1, 2, or 3 of them right now. And then what are my beliefs around security? What are my beliefs around my health? The society says that you can be that you, as you get older, you start to break down, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, these are all belief belief systems. So working with your fears. What are my exercise that you guys can do right now? And I highly suggest, don't just hear this and be like, oh, that sounds like a great exercise, and not do it, because I want you to get as much value from this video as possible. So if you have the time, or make a note to yourself to do this exercise, it will literally take you less than 5 minutes. So the exercise is writing down your 3 biggest fears in life. And most likely you're going to spit them out. They're going to be, you might have more than 3, but let's focus on 3. You can write down more if you'd like. And after you've wrote down 3 of your biggest fears, then ask yourself, what are the beliefs that are supporting and creating this fear? You know, a lot of it's it's different for everyone, but a lot of it's like, I'm not good enough, I'm not capable, this is what I've always known, or I can't do it, or I don't know how. Just write down all your thoughts, everything that comes up for you, of what are the beliefs that are creating, supporting this fear. And then say it out loud. Say your fears out loud. I am fearful of do. And then all the beliefs. Say it out loud and keep saying it until you feel it in your body. If you feel in your body sadness, if you feel in your body like you kind of just start laughing, like, are you serious? Like, this is how I'm living my life. When you really get to your center and you look at your old story and you're like, wow. You know, an exercise that I've learned from the Millionaire Success Habits by Dean Graziosi is, so look at your old story and then read your old story as if you're talking to God, or you're talking to Source, or whatever you believe in. I don't have a good life because I'm fearful of not making it. I don't have a good life because I am fearful of not being capable. As if you're talking to this higher being. And for me, it just feels funny. You know, it's like, really, Vanessa? Like, really? Because you can do anything that you set your mind to. Really? There's tons and tons of proof out there. Tons of proof. And if you need proof that this story is not true, that I am not capable, now the other side of this exercise is to write down the benefits that you have got from this old story. What's the good? Let's pull out the good that you got from these fears, that you got from these limiting beliefs, because you wouldn't have placed that in your program if it wasn't serving you in some type of way. In some type of way, even in the smallest way, even if it's to protect myself so I don't lose everything. But pull it out and not be, if I'm protecting myself, the new story is not going to be, your new story would be if one of them is, you know, this helped me to protect myself from losing everything because that's what, happened to my father. Then the new story is I am protected and divinely guided. You know, pull the good out of it. Really sit with that. Really sit with what's the good that came out of these fears and these limiting beliefs. And write your new story. So, like I mentioned, you know, this old story had its purpose, you know, when you were 7 years old or 10 years old, you know. But now that you are where you are still being ran on these subconscious programs. You have so much more available to you than living these beliefs that you deposited from other people and from way back when they were necessary at that time, but they're not necessary now. They're not serving you. Now you're going through financial struggle, or now your relationships are failing, or you just hate your job, or you're unhappy with yourself. It's not serving you. So we have to shift that story. And you have to repeat that story at least twice a day. There is no shortcuts. And this is what I wanted to talk about with the root chakra, because just videos that I've seen and content out there, and when you do your own research, there's a lot of amazing tools out there talking about the chakras. But what I have found to be the most transformative, and this is what I work with my clients, is it's not just energy healing. We're going through and healing these limiting beliefs. We're doing the work for long-lasting change. Crystals can help temporarily. You know, it's something you have to do consistently, and it can make long-lasting change. But how powerful is it to look at the programs that are running your life, the ones that aren't working, and to have the tools to change it and make a new one, and start telling yourself that story and watch how your life changes. I've been doing this type of work for 4 years now, you guys, and my life has completely transformed and manifesting beautiful things and people into my life. So talking from experience and from what I've heard from other people and the network that I am connected to, this is real. It's real stuff. The science is there. Watch Joe Dispenza. You know, he's one of my favorite people to listen to. Bruce Lipton, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi. Like these men are incredible and have done tons of research and have been doing this for a long time. So I'm not telling you anything that isn't already out there, but if you're watching this video, it's for a reason. And so sometimes we have to hear things multiple times before it clicks. And I tell my students that I work with all the time that are wanting to start businesses is there's never any competition between any of us that are doing this work and sharing it with you guys. We're all pulling from the collective consciousness. It's not new stuff. But maybe my energy, my polarity, we mix, we match, we align, so you can really hear me on a deep soul level and your heart's opened and you're just like, yeah, you know what? It's time for me to do the freaking work, man. It's time to do the work. It's time to do the work. So this is the work. Yes, do your crystal healing. Yes, go out in nature. Yes, eat right. These things will all help you. But there's even those people that are doing those things, that are eating right, that are suffering mentally. We have to do the mental and emotional work. All of this contributes to our spiritual growth and our personal development. I love you guys so much. Let me know how this supports you, how you like it. Share it with your peeps, and namaste.